Bringing it back with brief 8. Not 8. Well, it is part 8. Part 8, brief 8, day 8. We're going to look at chants and create our play using Merc Cunningham's technique for choreography. Lights up on the pretty girl holding a dictionary. The man walks in.
You're late.
Long night on the road. I'm tired.
Too bad. You need to learn to write when you're tired.
I know, but can it be another shorty tonight? I don't think I've got a lot left in the tank.
It will be as long as it's supposed to be. Suppose you actually read the prompt.
Yeah. I was going to make a list of songs that I heard on the radio while I was driving, and then write a few lines based on each of them. Maybe even weave them into some kind of story. But I got sick of the music and turned the radio off. Besides, I'd no way to write the song titles down.
Thank goodness, because that's an awful idea. Now, we're going to play a real game of chance here, and you're going to write a play based on whatever happens.
Don't usually take charge of things like this. Insinuation and innuendo is more your style than direct creative intervention.
I know, but you're too tired for anything else. Grab your dictionary. You know, the one that sits on the shelf above your computer that you almost never actually use.
Regular or rhyming?
Regular. Now for the chance bit, we're going to use pi.
Pi?
Yes, pi. 3.14159 to be exact. That should give us enough digits to work with. Now, turn to page 314 of your dictionary.
Done.
Now flip backwards 15 columns worth of pages.
Done. Next.
Count 9 words down from the top. What word do you land on?
Silly.
You're kidding.
No, silly.
300 pages and 14 pages in, and you just wound up at silly. You need a bigger dictionary if you want to be a serious playwright.
Hey, don't judge a writer by the size of his dictionary.
You think you're being funny now?
No, I'm being silly.
I'm going to scream at you in a minute.
But it was your idea. The result of the game of chance as administered under the rules of pi, the word silly. So that means I should write a play about being silly.
I don't want you to write a play about being silly.
Why not?
Because you already do that. You're actually pretty good at gay 90s melodrama, sophomore humour and dad jokes, at least when you're in the mood for it. It's too easy. It's a cheat, a cop-out, a chance to prove how witty you are without actually proving how witty you are.
Writing great comedy is an art.
You do not write great comedy.
I can write a silly story about a silly girl that will make people laugh and say it's silly. You know that. You've been there. You've been that girl. I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, but there is something wrong with writing a story that you think is amazing, but that's really just, well, silly. Remember that deserted island one? That was definitely not supposed to be silly, but that's sure what it felt like at the time.
And afterwards?
It got even sillier as the years went by. Silly is fine when they're laughing for you, maybe even when they're laughing with you, but it's not fine when they're laughing at you.
And you're qualified to judge that how?
It's not rocket science. You've seen it a million times in other plays. Hell, you've seen it in my plays. And you know what? Since we're being brutally honest here, you've done it to other playwrights. You've laughed at them because they were being silly and they didn't know it or want to admit it, and you figured them out and you felt good about it. Admit it. That's why you're here in the first place, doing this thing that real playwrights should be able to do with such ease, because you're so sure that you've figured out enough other real playwrights to think you qualify for membership to the club. Well, guess what? The secret password to get in is not silly.
I think you're being awfully hard on me tonight. I never meant to run anyone down, let alone another playwright. Helpful critiques if asked for, sure, but...
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to apologize for laughing at other playwrights' work, for judging them and thinking your plays are as good or better. Everyone does it all the time, and they can't help themselves. As long as you remember that your opinion is worth shit and you keep it to yourself, then you'll be fine.
I think we've kind of gone a long ways away from silly.
That's what happens when you play a game of chance.
Does this mean we have our play?
For now, but I think, finally, we have something that would be actually worth exploring in a little more depth once this thing is all over. I think we really made some progress tonight.
Thanks.
Get some sleep.
The pretty girl goes back to looking at the dictionary. The man exits as the lights fade. Okay, so brief 8. It's all about the one, the only Dolly Parton.
Characters: Jolene, Taco Bell manager. She's been there a while and seen everything. Ali, Taco Bell's newest employee, late teens. Dolly Parton. Yes, that Dolly Parton. Act 1, Scene 1. Interior of a Taco Bell late at night. Lighting is harsh and it smells like grease and tomatoes. Ali and Jolene are shutting the place down, taking out the trash and refilling hot sauce containers. Jolene is mostly supervising.
So that's about it. We do final cleanup, try to do a little prep for tomorrow, and then look up. Any questions?
No, ma'am. I think I got it.
Any of this too much for you?
No, ma'am.
You sure are a quiet one.
I'll come out of my cell once it's all second nature.
Oh, sure. Gotta take some more time to settle.
Yes, ma'am.
What drew you to the bell anyway?
I like tacos.
Well, who doesn't?
I mean, I'd rather know I'm going to have tacos on my lunch break than work at Kroger and have a whole store to choose from, you know?
Oh, now there's more to the bell than just tacos.
I know, but choosing at Kroger would take my whole break. Wouldn't even have time to heat it up.
Too much time hemming and hawing, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait till you start exploring more of the menu here. We're more than just tacos, and you can order off menu if there's anything we used to have that you want me to make. I've been here forever.
Dolly Parton enters in some grand dramatic fashion, maybe through a trapdoor or flying in, or perhaps just walking through the door of the Taco Bell, but accompanied by the sound of angels singing, or maybe that's just Dolly Parton singing, same diff.
You can make things off menu, Jolene.
Dolly,
Jolene!
Dolly, we have discussed this. I can't sell things off the menu.
Oh my gosh, Dolly Parton, it's an honor to meet you.
Hello, darling.
You're my idol.
Aren't you the sweetest thing? Are you new here?
Yes, ma'am. First week.
You probably haven't gotten to know Jolene yet.
Ma'am?
Jolene.
We've been through this.
Jolene.
She's that Jolene?
No.
Yes.
No.
Every Jolene is that Jolene.
I did not take away your man.
No, but you took away my Mexican pizza. You took away my volcano menu, my enchilada.
Wow, you really like Taco
My
Bell.
bell beefer, my caramel apple empanada, my 7-layer burrito, my spicy chicken french fries supreme, my chicken Caesar grilled stuffed burrito.
Wow, you like Taco Bell more than me.
I love Taco Bell. I know the whole menu in and out. I have for years.
You could have owned your own franchise.
I could have owned the whole company.
Oh, if you did, that would solve your problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, by Taco Bell. I want the Mexican pizza back too.
Oh, no, you really don't. It was incredibly bad for the environment. That huge box.
Don't make me feel guilty for missing my delicious Mexican pizza.
Dolly, Miss Parton, ma'am, I can make a lot of magic happen in this kitchen. I really can. But certain things, the caramel apple empanada, the cinnamon crispas,
Forgotten about the cinnamon crispas. So good.
I can't make those. But hire a good chef for your home, and I can get you the recipes.
Jolene!
I just can't sell them to you here.
Jolene, you rebel.
I'm in culinary school.
What?
Yeah, it's why it's so hard to have so many options when I eat. I want to create a fancy meal. Having something from a menu is just easier.
Oh, darling, you should totally come work for me. Make me some Mexican pizza at home and I have to come down here a haunting late at night.
Really?
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, this solves all my problems. Except now I have to do that new hire orientation again.
And I need to rewrite a classic song.
No.
Lights fade as the chords of Jolene.
We're moving on to brief 10, which is a mystery play. Yeah.
A traveling troupe is ready on a wooden stage attached to a lorry. They travel to festivals, country markets, and are available for weddings and corporate functions. Their performance style is big, commedia-esque, broad strokes. There is a room set on the truck bed, table, chairs, sofa, etc. Around the truck bed is a raised skirt. This is the performance area for exterior scenes. This is a piece for nighttime performance. Scene: Lot and his wife and 2 daughters are seated around a table scooping cocaine from a large pile into bags. They are dressed in contemporary clothes, expensive yet tacky. A designer tracksuit, leopard print, big, garish labels, etc.
Hurry up, hurry up. They'll be here any minute. Chop, chop.
Stock laughter. A loud knock is heard. Physical slapstick ensues as they try to hide the cocaine under the table and in suitcases, getting white on their faces and clothes.
Just a minute. I'm just putting my face on.
As they finish putting away the stuff, the women take out compacts and put on even more makeup. Fake nonchalance. Lot goes to the door. Enter 2 tall, beautiful men, angels in immaculate white tracksuits. They are people of color. On the back of their jackets, shoulder blade areas, a wide design in red, wing design in red.
Hang on. Where's Dave? I thought Dave was coming for the...
No, there's been a change. Dave can't come.
Yeah, your Uncle Abraham told our boss to send us instead.
Uncle Abraham? That's the old fart whose old lady just had a baby.
Yeah, that's him. What's he want with us?
Well, our boss likes him, and he seems to think highly of you, so...
We come in peace.
Exactly. We come in peace.
Well, I suppose you better come in then.
Lot's wife stands to make them welcome, fusses.
Nah, orders us to be way outside, so...
Yeah, we'll say our bit and go outside then.
Oh, have a drink at least. You're coming this way.
No, thank you, Mum. Better wait out. There's a mob out there and...
Sit down. Girls, make the gentleman drink, why don't you?
They sit awkwardly on the sofa.
We're on a job, mate. Orders is...
Gin and tonic, dear?
No, really, you shouldn't.
I'd like a G&T, please.
There's a good lad. Now, how's about you?
Ah, go on then.
Daughter 2 is mixing the drinks already, gives them to the angels.
Thank you, my darling.
Cheers, love.
They drink. Loud banging at the door. A crowd is outside. They are grotesques, wearing masks to depict archetypes. Weaselly, dopey, short fuse, hamster, hamster eater. It's that.
You bloody well stay where you are. Got it?
The boss says.
Wait here.
Exit. Scene 2. Action takes place on the skirt around the truck bed.
What do you want?
Who are they you got in there?
Yeah, who is it? They don't work for us. Come out of here, from out of town. Some big cheese boss man thinks he can take over. We all saw them go in.
From the back of the crowd. What's with them stupid bloody tracksuits and all? So 4 should be 1.
Oh, yeah, like they wants to be seen.
Get them out
Get
of
them
here.
out of here.
Yeah, come on, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Get him out here.
Yeah, come on.
All right, calm down. Boys, listen to me. I can't. Boys, can you just...
Takes out a gun and fires it in the air. Silence. As he addresses the mob, we can also see the faces of the women and angels interior.
You listening to me? All right. You can't see them men in white. We're having a meeting. But I have 2 beautiful daughters, never been touched by a man. 2 lovely girls. I can bring them up and you can, I don't know, enjoy them. Do what you like with them. But men in white, I have to...
What? You what? That's disgusting. What? Your own daughters?
Well, I can't. These men are my guests. I can't just give...
What? But you can throw your daughters out in the street into the hands of a mob just to save their bacon?
They're my daughters. I can do whatever I like.
He's a fucking monster. I can't listen to this shit.
We came to talk to them, but now we just want you.
Mob rules.
Let one of them weirdos be your judge. They need to know what a monster pervert their host is.
Mob advances. Scene 3.
Okay.
The angels rush to the door. Angel 1 grabs Lot and pulls him into the house. Angel 2 produces a can of tear gas and sprays the mob. The crowd attempts to rush him, but he sprays again and they scatter in confusion. There is pain, there is anger, and oppression. Scene 4, back in the interior.
Dad, what the actual fuck?
Oh, look, I'm sorry. I was thinking on my feet, that's all. I wasn't actually going to let you out there. I was thinking on my feet.
You offered us up to be fucking gang raped by the fucking mob. I just can't.
I wasn't going to actually follow
You're
through
a
on.
fucking twat. You basically think these men, these strangers here, they're more important than your own daughters.
Yeah, man, that was bang out of order. I mean, thanks for not, but like, what the fuck?
Sorry, but we need to get you out of here. All of you.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
You're number 1, in grave danger now. After that fucking weirdness, they're going to come back for you. I mean, the tear gas was necessary, but it's not like a long-term solution to anything. And number 2, well...
Yeah, we have to get you out. Our boss has basically declared war on this place. He's sick of all the nightlife, all the, what does he call it?
Hedonism.
Hedonism.
As the scene continues, a gang of angels, all POC, all in perfect white tracksuits with the angel wings, red blazing on their shoulder blades, come in a crouching march into town with guns. The dialogue continues.
How bad is it?
The angels exchange a look.
It's bad. They're coming in now. Plan is to burn the place to the ground at dawn. Boss says your Uncle Anthony...
Abraham.
Abraham. He begged the boss to get you out, but no.
Merchandise. Leave the stuff behind.
What? There's £1 million in them suitcases. I ain't leaving nothing behind.
That's the whole point. Boss says all that shit has to burn, and he's taking the whole town with it.
Doesn't like to party then, your boss?
You could say that, yeah.
All right, pack a few things. We're going in 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Clap of thunder.
All right then, pack a bag, girls.
I'm not doing anything you asked me, you fucking...
Sound of gunshots and screams, unseen but close, behind the truck.
Ladies, the boss ain't messing. Boss says clean up. We follow orders.
In silence, the family packs a few things. In order to do so, they unload the bags of cocaine and leave them on the table. They look at them forlornly, their love of money and coke highs painting them. But the gunshots and screams are picking up pace. They obey. Except Lot's wife. She takes one bag and stashes it unseen by anyone except the audience. Eventually, the family each has a small backpack. They put on their coats and leave. Exterior is empty, but the sounds are increasing, as is the smell of sulfur from the gunpowder, and flames are rising from the back. Lighting changes. Scene 5. Lighting changes to dawn. There's smoke everywhere. The family make their way from the town through the audience on a raised catwalk. As they proceed, Lot's wife begins to hang back and separates herself a little. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a bag of cocaine. Turning toward the town, she opens the bag and puts her nose into the whole bag. She takes a massive huff and becomes completely stiff. Her face completely whitened by the powder, and freezes dead on her feet.
Mom?
Look at her. We can't look back. Keep moving.
You really are shit, Dad.
Yeah, well, so is life. Come on.
Exit. Finite.
Wow.
Shut up, Christina. Brief 11 was all about believing in nothing because we're inspired by nihilism.
4 seasons of us. Winter.
I noticed you're not wearing socks. Pretty cold for a day, that. Pretty cold day for that.
Yeah, I didn't know this bookshop reopened.
Yeah, pretty recently.
I just went out for a quick grocery stop without socks, and apparently without my phone, and suddenly saw people here again.
I was here last week. I'm a big Nietzsche geek, and they always have something good to browse in his dedicated section.
I can't even remember what I last bought here. I haven't been back in a while. Everything is Amazon these days.
Have you ventured out much? I mean, besides groceries.
I work for a local paper, so I have to get out to report.
Well, at least you can write from home.
Small apartment with 2 dogs.
Sounds homey.
The coffee is strong and reliable.
I bet you stay up late to meet deadlines and stuff.
Or the dogs barking.
Would you be up for coffee sometime? I'm Corey, by the way.
When? I have an unpredictable schedule with work. You know, don't make too many social plans.
Oh, that's okay. I'm a serial arsonist. You could write a story about me.
So it would be a purely professional appointment then?
Purely professional.
Well, in the before times, you would have handed me your card if this is for business.
Serial arsonists don't carry cards. How about if I just write my cell on your hand?
Sorry, I don't like ink on my body.
It's not a tattoo. Nothing permanent. Just don't want to leave without giving you my number.
Sorry, no paper. We're at an impasse. What do we do?
Here is my pen. Why don't you just ink me up with your cell number or even the address of your 2 dogs?
Now, why would I give my home address to an arsonist?
For a good story, of course.
End of scene. Spring.
So, you like my Nietzsche t-shirt enough to wear it in public now?
I don't view our bookshop as public anymore.
Our bookshop?
This is where we first met, after all.
Our first date.
I wouldn't say date. That was the coffee shop.
Much more civilized that we had coffee in public before sleeping together in private.
Private? We had Rocky and Bullwinkle with us.
More private than sleeping under the gaze of my books at my place.
You do feel more comfortable around books, sometimes more than people.
Depends which people. It depends which books.
Well, then this can be our bookiversary, since it includes both.
I don't do bookiversaries or any anniversaries.
You don't believe in anniversaries? Really?
Don't be so surprised. I don't believe in any of that relationship crap. I live for the moment.
Even when you are burning things down?
Yes, especially when I'm burning things down.
your souffle last week.
Not my best work.
I appreciate the effort. I'll take the dogs out now.
Lifting leashes and hoping Corey might join.
Man's best friend, not mine.
End of scene. Summer.
I need to go over to this book talk, so I might be out late.
It's so nice out. I thought you could get out for a drive in the country or something and clear our heads.
Go for a ride. I'm not stopping you.
A ride together. I thought we could do something together for a change.
Don't lay some guilt trip on me because I want to do something different with my free time. I don't care about nature trips, but I don't mind if you do.
What do you care about besides your books? If you at least told me about this book talk, I could have made alternative plans.
I'm not really digging the vibe of this condo.
We both have been working pretty hard.
Yeah.
So hard, we don't have the time to talk about us.
Let's just be you and me, not us. Sometimes. That's okay too.
Maybe for you.
You have Rocky and Bullwinkle. You can take them to the country if you want companions.
Oh, I want companionship, not just companions.
I don't live by those rules, those expectations. I create my own.
That's called being a monk, not being in a relationship.
So now I'm a monk. I have been called much worse.
I'll bet.
What does that mean?
Nothing. It's just that you don't seem to believe in anything. I don't get it. Did I do something wrong? Is this about me?
Why do I need to believe in something? I can just be and just be with you when I want.
When we want. What's missing in your logic is we.
I'm out here.
He exits the stage. Ben kneeling down, speaking to the dogs.
He certainly is.
End of scene. Fall. Corey carrying a few books and a duffel bag with clothes.
That's everything. Here's your key.
That's it then.
Yeah, that's it. I need my own space, and so do your dogs.
You need more than space. You need to learn how to share it and what it means to share it with another living being. You don't even have a plant at your apartment. Nothing alive.
I don't need your morality about how I live.
I don't mean to criticize yours. I just don't understand it.
I am alive and breathing during a pandemic for the time being, and that is all I need to know. The rest is all relative.
I guess I should have understood that when you introduced yourself as an anarchist and set in a Nietzsche shirt.
Speaking of which...
Oh, you want that back? How shocking.
Ben retrieves the t-shirt and hands to Corey.
Thanks for nothing.
I didn't burn your house down.
On behalf of Rocky, Bullwinkle, and our houseplants, we hope you find a new profession. For God's sakes, and yours.
End of play.
Okay, brief 12. It's all about Technopagn now. Pagnia. Oh my God. Shaped poetry. It's all about shaped poetry.
Mom is from 40 to 50 years old. She's Jessica and Ryan's mother. Jessica is a female teenager. Ryan is a male teenager. And the setting is the living room of the Holden home. Sofa, couple of chairs, coffee table occupy the stage. At Rise, Jessica is slumped in an easy chair, arms across her chest. Ryan is seated in another chair, casually swiping his cell phone and chuckling. Mom stands by Jessica's chair, a sour expression on her face.
Need to let me see it.
No.
Jessica, you can't fool around with this. You need to show me.
No, it's my body, my business. It's not your business.
This is a health issue. Since it concerns your health, it is my business. Jessica.
Ryan stuffs his cell phone in his pocket and rises from his chair.
I'm going to make popcorn. Anyone else want popcorn?
You're dead, Ryan.
Don't you threaten your brother.
Hey, I owed you one, actually. Actually, I owe you maybe 20.
I never did anything to you.
Oh no, you've only fainted on me for the last 15 years since you could talk.
You're an asshole, Ryan.
That's it, Jessica. I'm tired of your language and your attitude. You get out of that chair right now and you take off your shirt.
Jessica crosses her arms tighter over her chest and scrunches deeper into the chair.
I am not playing around with you. If you do not get up and take off your shirt and show me, I will yank you out of the chair and do it myself.
Don't you touch me. You get physical with me? That's abuse.
Wait till your father finds out. You are going to be grounded for the rest of the year.
It's no big deal. And they help you lose weight. They suck up all the extra fat you don't need.
Yes, it is a big deal. It affects your health.
Only if you have a compromised immune system, which I don't.
And some of them are illegal.
I'm not growing the psilocybin ones.
It is not normal to be growing mushrooms in your armpits.
A lot of people are doing it, and they're not having any health problems.
That is not true. Didn't you see the report on TV?
Mom crosses off stage and a ding of a microwave oven sounds.
I'm not growing that many.
I don't care what others do. You are not going to wreck your health by having that fungus in your body.
Grandma has toenail fungus. It doesn't bother her.
Ryan enters with a bowl of popcorn. He plops down in his chair sideways, dangling his feet over the armrest with the popcorn bowl on his lap. He snacks on the popcorn while watching Mom and Jessica.
Different thing, and you know it. You know, I'm going to make you an appointment with Dr. Patel. Maybe he can explain to you the dangers of this idiot new trend.
Hey, Jess, did you tell Mom about how you popped off a couple of your mushrooms and put them in your salad this afternoon?
You what?
I washed them first.
Is that considered cannibalism, or is it more like swallowing your own snot?
This nonsense has gone far enough. Jessica, I'm taking you to the 24-hour clinic. We are getting those things removed.
I'm not going.
Yes, you are. I'm getting my purse and we're going right now.
Mom crosses to exit. Ryan munches on some popcorn.
So, where'd you get the spores, Jesse? From a new boyfriend of yours? What's his name? Alvin.
Jessica rises from her chair in anger.
Will you shut up?
Where's he go with shrooms? Between his legs.
Shut up.
Jessica flings her arms out in anger. A mushroom cap flies out from her shirt sleeve just as Mom re-enters.
Look out! The cap is filled with spores, Morgan! Fungus!
Oh my God.
Mom kicks the mushroom away.
That's not true, Ryan. The spores can't infect you without the proper preparation on your skin.
We'll get infected and it'll spread all over our bodies.
You are full of shit, Ryan. You don't know anything about how mushrooms grow.
Lights fade out. Jessica crosses to downstage center. Spotlight on Jessica.
Turns out, I didn't know much about growing them either. I over-applied the wood compost lotion that helped them grow in my pits, and then spread up my shoulder and onto my neck. Dr. Patel prescribed this antifungal cream, but apparently the strain of mycelium that I got was not only immune to the cream, but actually used it to grow. And the next morning, I had mushrooms sprouting all over my face and back. Mom freaked out, and I ended up in the hospital. They got it under control, but it was really scary. And I have to use this new cream now to ensure they don't come back. The thing is, there's new strains out there evolving that are becoming immune to all the new antifungal creams, so it's a constant battle now. People think growing mushrooms on their body is cool. And I know the fly agaric is really trendy now, but I'm here to tell you, beware. You may think it's cool eating something that comes off your own body and that they help you get rid of fat, but they are eating you. Beware.
So yes, we're reading Claret by Louisa Sanfey, and we were given the opening line and an optional closing line.
Scene 1, a bunker. Lots of hard surfaces with racks of supplies. There are 2 bunks along one wall with tatty cloths partially covering the occupants from view. Maker appears to be asleep on the top bunk. Chris is lying on the bottom bunk, sharpening a knife. Poopy is sitting at a workbench, scrutinising a battered copy of the anarchist cookbook. Bash enters, carrying a shoebox.
Hey, Poopy. It's Blake and Cole's birthday today, and the bomb on the back of the snail isn't finished.
Shh, Maker's asleep.
Still? The party's only 6 hours away.
You want to wake her?
Can you
Bash.
take a look? Oh,
Sorry.
no, it was you.
Sorry. Bash glances nervously towards the bunks, scoots closer to Poopy.
Can you take a look?
I'm busy.
Please, Poops.
Don't call me Poops.
You know you're better at this shit than me.
I'm busy.
Chris makes a particularly large scrape with a wetting stone. Bash glances nervously towards the bunks.
I'm begging you, Pete. You know I'm useless with this stuff.
Fine, put it on the bench.
Bash opens up the shoebox and lifts out an African racing snail with the makings of a tiny bomb strapped to its shell. Bash reaches to place the snail on the workbench when disaster. The snail slips from Bash's hand, falls to the floor and smashes into a pulpy mess. Chris sits up and leans forward.
Shit!
It's on my trainers.
Shit! Shit!
Bash attempts to scoop up what's left of the snail back into the broken shell.
Leave it.
With an impossibly graceful yet implicitly violent motion, Maker swoops down from the top bunk. Chris stands, not quite to attention, but clearly respectful and ready to take action if an order is issued. Bash cringes as Maker approaches.
What day is it today?
Come on, Mom.
Maker silences Poopy with a glance. They wait.
It's Blake and Cole's birthday today.
I'm so sorry, Commander.
Today is the day we celebrate the glorious path that our foreparents laid out for us. Today we honour the sacrifice they made so that we could be here. Did Blake and Cole give up their life, their lives, so that we could be mediocre? Did they?
No, Commander.
Did they die on the field of battle so that we could fail?
No, Commander, but
Maker smiles at Bash, who freezes like a rabbit in the sights of a velociraptor.
So what are we going to do now? Cadet Poopy, do you have any suggestions?
Poopy
Hello?
sighs. Sorry. Pulls out a flip phone. Dials.
Hello? Yes, it's... I know. Code names only. It's Poopy. Yes, I know it's a shit code name. Ha ha, you're hilarious. It's a very long story, okay? No, I will tell it to you over genetically modified steaks at La Hacienda Enchantada. Check, I've told you before, I'm not interested, pal. And that stuff will kill you.
Maker's face tightens. Bash coughs gently.
Oh. Look, I need a new snail. We need it basically ASAP. Yeah, I know we did. Well, it got a bit... No, I didn't fucking stand on it. I didn't. Oh, no. Oh, you don't? He doesn't have any more snails. Is that all you have? I'm not... Fine. That's the only... Yeah. Yes. Fine. Oh, we'll be there in an hour.
He hangs up and turns to the others.
Good news or the bad news?
there's only bad news, isn't there?
Sorry. He can give us mice.
Maker raises her eyebrows and turns to Chris, who has turned very pale.
You can sit this one out.
Chris vehemently sheathes a knife and glares at Maker. And she smiles. They leave together.
Should we?
I call shotgun.
Bash and Poopy follow the others out. Scene 2. Another dingy underground room. The walls are lined with shelves stacked high with small animals in cages, zoned by types. Larger mammals along the wall with one door. Rodents along the opposite wall. Cold-blooded creatures along a third wall. Check is feeding something unsavoury looking to a ferret, where Maker strides in, followed by the others. Bash is still carrying the now empty shoebox.
That was quick.
We're in a hurry.
Cutting it fine for the glorious Dickhead special day, aren't you?
Chris draws their knife from its holster with a deeply sinister rasp.
I mean, no disrespect. Their struggle is not my struggle, but each to their own. One man's steak is another man's poison.
When you eat that poison, it kills not only you, but the whole world we all must live in.
I respect that about you, Maker. You are a deep thinker. Cog's always ticking. So what we after today? No more snails, I'm afraid. You squished the last of them.
Maker glances at Bash, who quivers.
An unfortunate accident, I'm sure. I have plenty of mice, though. House mice, field mice, brown mice, white mice, whatever takes your fancy.
Oh, the white mice are so cute.
Maker sighs deeply.
We need field mice. It's to go into the garden. They need to fit in. That's why we wanted.
The snail. Yes, I understand. Well, I have a few field mice in that tank over there. You can fish them out, can't you?
I'll do it.
Bash raises the shoebox and approaches the tank. Maker stands, unmoving as a marble statue. Chris stands guarding the door, which is coincidentally the furthest point away from the rodent cages. Check sidles up to Poopy.
You could tell me that story over a beer?
No.
So what is the big plan anyway?
Better you don't know.
Let me guess. Garden, snail, well, field mouse. Either way, creature that small, you're talking about bugging someone. No? Oh, I see. Microbomb, is it? Strapped to a small creature no one would even notice. It could just stroll right in there through the pipes or the vents. Wouldn't even trip the alarms. Smart. That's why I like you, Poopy. Are you sure I can't tempt you to that drink?
Suddenly, Bash shrieks and pulls away from the mouse tank, one courageous mouse hanging from Bash's finger, which is dripping blood. Check and Poopy watch aghast as Maker tries to intervene, but is pushed into the shelf of rodent cages by Bash's swinging movements, trying to dislodge the mouse. The shelf creaks and groans and then collapses, breaking the cages and scattering rodents in all directions.
Stop them!
Chris, no!
Completely white and sweating profusely, Chris draws their knives and begins to stab wildly at the scampering rodents.
Chris, stop. Go to your happy place. Remember your happy place.
The others press as far back as possible, trying to stay out of the knives' path as Chris carves through the room, leaving heaps of twitching rodent bodies in their wake.
My rodents!
At last, stillness falls. Chris is breathing heavily. Bash sucks their finger, the mouse long gone. Check looks around at the devastation. Maker approaches Chris and lays a hand on their shoulder.
It's over. It's all over, child.
Chris shudders.
I hate rats.
I know. It's okay.
Check looks over, shaking their head.
You what?
Leave it. We'll pay for damages.
Damages? That was years' worth of breeding stock. Do you know how difficult it is to breed a gerbil.
We apologise for the inconvenience.
Inconvenience. That clown just killed my prized chinchilla. Do you even know how much a pedigree rat is worth nowadays?
Silence. Cadet Poopy, get what you can to salvage the operation. Cadet Bash, there will be consequences.
What? But Chris is the one who went postal.
With the gorgeous ease of a tiger pinning a goat to the ground, Maker grabs Bash by the throat and lifts them into the air.
Lieutenant Chris has a mental health disability. Do we discriminate against people with a disability in our army?
She shakes Bash.
Do we?
No, Commander.
Maker drops Bash back to the floor. She strides out, followed by Chris.
Send us an invoice.
Czech glares at Poppy and begins to aggressively sweep up bits of mouse carcass into a dustbin.
What are we going to do?
Well, I'm going to locate some kind of small creature, strap a micro bomb to its back, and send it off into some genetically modified crops to hopefully bring about the end of civilization as we know it, and kickstart a new glorious era of organic homestead farming, universal veganism, and neo-communism. You, my friend, should really consider a new career. I don't think you're cut out for eco-terrorism.
What else can I do? All I know is the path of Blake and Cole.
Let me let you in on a little secret. Blake was a drunk, and Cole was a raging fucking sociopath.
No way.
This whole cause started because those egomaniacs got fired from some big biotech company and wanted revenge.
Why do you still follow it then?
What's the alternative? You know this shit, mate. Biocrops are killing whatever's left of native species. Genetic modification is literally killing us. Those steaks he loves, grown on a mutant cow and giving him cancer.
As you.
Says every scientist, before big farming rounded them up and shot them.
They said it was an accident. One just went off.
Maybe I'll become a farmer. Not now, obviously. I don't want to breed mutant cows. I mean, later, when we win, when you win, I'll be cheering on from the sidelines. I think you're right. I should get out before I cause some real damage. Maybe I'll get myself a vineyard, grow some grapes, maybe make my own wine.
Nice bottle of red.
Red? Are you stupid? Your mother's clown stuck a knife in all those squawking rats over there. I'll be having nightmares in Claret for years over this. White wine all the way. I'll never be able to look at the colour red again.
Poopy chuckles. Bash and Poopy leave. Czech continues to sweep for a while, then gives up. They get out a flip phone.
Hello? Is that the feds? I want to make a deal.
A small local park lined with quaint row houses. A man, a Richard Kind type, is seated on a bench in the park eating his lunch. He faces the audience. Zed, a Zach Braff type, climbs onto the roof of one of the row houses upstage right from the man on the bench. Zed has a larger than normal sized crossbody messenger bag. We hear a phone ring. The man looks around to see where the noise is coming from. Zed frantically tries to find his. He searches his pockets and his bag until he finds it. He pulls it out and turns it on vibrate. The man stops looking. Zed exhales and lays the phone on a short wall within arm's reach. He takes out the rest of the bag's contents one by one. First he takes out a tarp and lays it on the roof. He removes the components of a gun which he assembles. He then takes out a short tripod and rests the gun barrel on it. This is all set up on the tarp, which he then lays down on to get ready. He lines up the shot to take the man out and waits for the perfect moment. Zed looks through the scope. We see what he sees projected in one of the windows of the row houses. He makes a tiny adjustment, takes a deep breath. As he slowly exhales, he is about to squeeze the trigger when his phone starts vibrating. The phone bounces on the short wall like a jumping bean. Frustrated, he looks at the phone. 2 of the large windows of the row houses become screens. Another one opens to show an office. Duke, a Donald Faison type, Zed's boss, is there sending text messages. We hear and read what is being said on the text message.
Paul, the minute you get this.
I'm in the middle of something.
Zed puts the phone back. He resets the shot and lines things up again. When he is about to exhale and pull the trigger, the phone violently vibrates again. Zed grabs the phone.
You need to call me right now.
I can't call you right now. I'm busy. Bird watching.
You're supposed to be done bird watching an hour ago.
The bird didn't want to come out of its nest, so I had to wait.
Zed puts the phone back. He resets the shot and lines things up again. He has the perfect shot and is about to pull the trigger when the man on the bench sneezes and drops his thermos. His head drops from the bullseye. Zed hangs his head but quickly shakes it off. Zed aims again. A nanny with a double-wide stroller enters from stage left. The man sees the 2 kids in the stroller and puts his hand over his heart, as if to say, "Oh, so cute." He waves to the nanny and she waves back, then exits stage right. Zed aims again now that the coast is clear. His phone vibrates again. He looks at it.
It's about the Goldman New Year wedding.
Zed bolts up to a sitting position. He is typing quicker now.
What about the Goldman Nguyen wedding?
Just call me.
No. What about the Goldman Nguyen wedding?
Dude, don't yell at me. I didn't do anything.
Sorry, phone is stuck on all caps. How the hell do you... Oh, okay, fixed it.
Are you sitting down?
Crisscross applesauce.
They decided to go with a cover band.
What? Okay, what time? I meant all caps.
And there's something else you're not going to want to hear.
Don't tell me.
They hired...
Don't say Houndstooth Hall and the Argyles.
Oh, no worse.
Crap, no way.
Cuervo Golds.
But they suck.
They suck hard.
Zed sees the man is almost done with his sandwich.
BRB.
Zed lines up the shots. He is so focused he doesn't see a couple enter from stage left. One person, the couple, is carrying a giant balloon which reads "Happy Birthday." Zed takes the shot as the balloon enters the bullseye. The balloon pops loudly and the couple looks around to see what happened. The man on the bench sees what happened. He signs the word "sorry" and then the phrase "Happy Birthday." One of the people in the couple signs "thank you" and they cross to exit stage right.
At least you still have the O'Malley wedding.
Phone, turn on voice texting. Fuck, the O'Malley wedding? I can do an Irish Catholic wedding in my sleep. You start with a little jump around to get things going.
As he lists songs, the word "Irish Catholic Wedding Playlist" appears in one of the windows. It then scrolls with the names of songs he is listing.
Then Dancing Queen, which melds into Sweet Caroline. Then out of nowhere, Gloria by Laura Branigan.
Fuck yeah, Gloria by Laura Branigan.
We slow things down a bit, Faded Into You by Maisie Starr, then bam, you hit them with Shout. Think Cupid Shuffle. They don't know what hit them. And when they're all sweaty gross from that, you slide in a little "You Look Wonderful Tonight." So everyone gets cuddly. But wait, there's more.
Oh man, you got to give these people a break.
Oh, you think you're getting a break after this? Think again, because I'm about to Glenn Miller in the mood this shit and follow that up with September by Earth, Wind and Fire. Before you know, it's B-52's Love Shack. And then?
Then what?
It's time to cut the cake, bitch.
I love how you work.
Oh, speaking of which, BRB.
Zed gets back in the position and lines up the shot. He squeezes it off perfectly. The man on the bench swats his left shoulder as if it was a bug bite.
Got him. Oh, someone is going to sleep tonight. Forever.
Slow release poison, casing a dissolving bullet.
You know that's right.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of talking, we should probably stop texting about this.
Good point. See you back at this office?
Sure, but first, riddle me this, Batman.
Okay, Robin.
Why am I Robin?
Because I'm Batman.
Why can't I be the Riddler? I just said riddle me this, Batman.
Okay, fine. You can be the Riddler.
Thank you. Riddle me this, Batman. Who would want a Steely Dan covered band to play their wedding?
And a really bad one at that.
Really, really bad.
No idea.
So depressing.
Shouldn't you be getting out of there just in case?
Oh shit, I gotta go.
Burn the phone. I'll get you a new one.
Noted.
Zed and Duke hang up. Zed disassembles the gun and tripod, placing the parts in the bag. He drops his phone on the tarp and steps on it repeatedly, smashing it to pieces. He wraps up the tarp and puts it into his bag. Zed scans the area to make sure nothing is left behind. He climbs down off the roof. The screen turns off. Lights down. End of play.